Hi guys, it's Gaz. Welcome to my blog. We're talking about the top 250 movies on IMDB. So, if you watch the earlier video, you'll see that what I'm actually doing is some companion pieces to Wyndham Rice's top 250 reviews on YouTube. So I found her channel, a little bit of history. I found her channel while I was researching doing the same thing. Didn't really get started myself. Started watching her videos and thought it'd be a really cool thing to do a companion piece instead of doing the exact same thing. So that's what we're doing here. So check out Wyndham Rice, That Filthy Casual. Her channel is linked below. So the last video you would have seen is The Godfather. So it seemed like an obvious choice to go with a companion piece for The Godfather Part 2. So again, if you've seen my earlier video, you'll know I love The Godfather. I love the story, I love the characters, I love pretty much everything about it. So again, I was excited to see Wyndham's review of Part 2. Now, it's a longer film, it's just over 3 hours. It's, for me, almost better than the original. And what I love particularly about it is the story of Vito as a younger man intertwined with Michael, his son. But we'll go into that in a bit more detail later on. So I was really excited to see Wyndham's review of Part 2. Knowing that it was a longer film, and I was shocked and abhorred to find out that she gave it 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. She gave Hotel Rwanda more than 5 out of 10. Yep. I know, right? Anyway, this is one of the things I love about movies. I love that everyone gets something different out of it, and for every person it's a different experience. And a particular scene could remind somebody of something that obviously wouldn't remind somebody else of that thing. So everyone gets something different out of it. It can be any one thing within that movie that makes you either connect with it or not like it, for various different reasons. And I love that. I love hearing other people's opinions of movies, and what they thought, especially movies that I love. You know, I may have missed something, so it's great. I just love talking anything about movies. So I understand why, you know, for someone who doesn't absolutely love the characters and the story, I can see why the Part 2, it being longer and more drawn out, wouldn't be much of a or as entertaining as the first part, The Godfather. I, however, love it because I love the characters so much. I could sit and watch them all day. I could sit and watch, you know, if they made a TV series, you know, 13 episodes a season, hour long each, you know, 5 seasons, I'd sit and watch it. I just love the characters. And what really draws me into this is the fact that you get to see the story of Vito Corleone and Michael Corleone at the same time in their lives. So these stories intertwine. You get the story of Vito as a young man, that will start as a young boy coming into America, and they get his name wrong. The original family name is Andolini, from Corleone, and they get the name wrong at the check-in desk, where they're checking in all the immigrants coming off the boats. And so they mix up the name and they give him the name of Corleone. They think he's from Andolini, so that's how he gets the name. And that's referenced later on in the film, about him taking the name of the place he's from by another Sicilian gangster. So you see him as a young boy, and then as intertwined with that, you see his son Michael at the same time in their lives. It's very rare that you actually get to see that. You get to see the similarities, you know, being father and son, obviously, but you get to see the differences as well. And they're two very different men. Whilst Michael still follows the code of the mafia, he's much less of a family man. His morals are questionable, absolutely questionable, against Vito's. So, you know, they're very, very different characters, but these intertwining stories of them at the same time in their lives, for me, is just spellbinding. I absolutely love it. Again, the score is fantastic. You get the autumnal browns, the same kind of colours, resonating through the film. If you get a chance to see these films, catch them in Blu-ray or on HD, because they just look outstanding. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it's more than worthy of its Best Picture Oscar. It's more than worthy of its title of being the first and still only sequel to obtain Best Picture Oscar. I think it's just a superb piece of movie making. But again, I understand why people may not, against the original, may not consider it to be as good. As I say, I think it's almost better than the original Godfather Part 1. So, if you get a chance, check them out. I'm going to give it another 9 out of 10. It's not quite a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Way more than the 5 out of 10 that you gave it, Wyndham. You're listening? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I'm a big believer in personal choice and the fact that everyone gets something different out of a movie. So, you know, just don't give it any more of my favourite movies. 5 out of 10, please. Check out Wyndham's page. The link is below. That Filthy Casual. Subscribe to my page. Again, you can do that right here. And go check out the link for IMDB's top 250 movies. How many have you seen? I'll see you next time.